Buddy Brandon Kopic, our exclusive storm tracker, is bracing for the storms that are going to be coming in later this afternoon. So he's driving right to the heart of where it's going to be the worst, moderate-wise. And we're talking outside of Chicago. Right now, he's in Hammond, Indiana. We'll talk to him a little bit later on this afternoon for sure. But it does look overcast at this point. But we know the dynamics in the upper levels of the atmosphere are starting to come together. And we're also starting to see the dew points creep on up. Now, that frontal boundary has drifted south of Chicago. So your temperatures, you don't need me to tell you, it took a big tumble from the 60s to the 40s, and the dew points fell as well. That's that cold air locked in over the Great Lakes. But if you're south of that boundary, it looks like it's going to be rough. All right, we got the brand new update. It just literally came in where the severe weather is going to be shaping up. We're talking about a level 4 out of 5 on the bad scale for severe weather, and it's going to be up to the north because of that low pressure region, the upper levels of the atmosphere that's zooming in towards the area. So, yeah, we've got that isobar right there. You can see the tightness of that with going up, and there it is. South of Chicago, that pink shaded area, that is the 4 out of 5 on the bad scale, and it includes Peoria and close to Fort Wayne, north of Lafayette. And the unfortunate thing is it's driven by the fact that we're going to see large tornadoes and probably more of them. So that's going to be the big issue right here, south of that frontal boundary that just drifted away from Chicago. If you're in that warm sector, it's warm, it's humid, and the dynamics are in place right now to get some stronger tornadoes rocking and rolling. Here is a tornado threat for late this afternoon through the early evening hours when we really start to ramp things up. And it does include Peoria, south of Chicago, close to Fort Wayne. And again, look how far north it goes, towards the same areas that got belted on Friday. You're talking about Three Rivers and Union City, south of Kalamazoo. That's what it looks like right there. Going for multiple strong to intense tornadoes is what the forecast is. Multiple strong to intense tornadoes in that forecast. Northern Illinois, northern Indiana, lower sections of Michigan. And we're looking at Three Rivers. We put that on a map. Remember, they just got smashed with that EF2 on Friday afternoon. So the same area that was under the gun last Friday, unfortunately, you're under the gun again later today. It's not starting right now. Things are on the quiet side, but the shear is off the charts. We're looking at the directional shear. We're also looking at the speed shear moving in. And I get this upper level low that's moving in from the northwest, dropping down through Montana and the Dakotas, ultimately through Iowa later on this afternoon. We've got the humidity. It's already locked and loaded. Those dew point temperatures are in the mid 60s to low 60s, depending on where you are. But that's a setup right there. That is Chicago. That is right outside of Peoria. Look at the daytime highs. We're going to get into the low 70s to 80s, depending on where you're located. But if you're south of that frontal boundary, this warm front right here near Chicago, 50, you already hit that. Now you're down in the low 40s. But check out St. Louis. You're at 82. Columbia, 83. That's the forecasted high for later today. Peoria, about 79 degrees. That's a setup when you're looking at the temperatures and that front that's going to be out there. Little daytime heating. We're going to start seeing that, especially south of that surface low. Got a lot of cloud cover right here. That's going to keep you on the stable side, at least initially, before everything begins to roll over towards your direction late in the afternoon. But right now, things are on the quiet side. However, it's that spot right there, south of Chicago. The position of that front is going to be dependent on the northern side, who gets a tornado threat or just a huge hail-making capability. Either way, that's not a good deal. And you can see the pink shaded area, very high chance for rotating storms. Essentially, it's going to be following that surface low as it moves in because that upper level low is going to be lagging behind. But either way, you've got tremendous amounts of shear in the atmosphere, not just directional shear, but speed shear also. Got a jet max pulling in later on this afternoon aloft. And as that moves in, you get that diffluence, allow these thunderstorms to build up and vent their energy. When you have a jet stream overhead, especially that left exit or the right entrance, and it really goes berserk.